Welcome back to my channel. Aset Segment Newt. That's what that nine, y'all. All the way opened up. For somebody, I heard them say, this, the children's champ. You hear me? That's what I heard them say. Best, the children's champ. Guardians of the four corners and mother in the earth, father in the sky, angels, ancestors, sacred ones. I call on you and I welcome you here right now. I ask for your divine guidance as I bring a message to the collective that I feel like y'all been having me kind of hold, but at the same time, get more understanding of things better by and by so that I can come out here, and be able to return any negative energy, guys, to the sender so that I can give y'all a message. Spirit wants somebody to know that you got some greats, baby. You got some greats, baby. That's all I can tell you. You got some greats that's involved in your whole existence. And that joy that you, because I'm talking to somebody who know, that joy that you have because you know you got them heavy hitters is what make you strong, collective. This channel is not for everybody, collective. I don't have another channel at this time. I'm considering starting a new one. I'm trying to get my monetization stuff going. I'm trying to get all that stuff situated right now because they had sent me an email and I didn't respond to it, and so I got some stuff kind of frozen, or some stuff going on with the channel right now. But it's not nothing that can't be fixed or can't be adjusted. I just recently requested that the information be resent to me so that I can take care of things on that part, because I definitely don't want to introduce any merch or nothing like that and I can't get paid for it. It ain't the time for that right now. That's what I'm hearing the ancestors say. It ain't time for that right now. We got some stuff going on, but yeah, yeah, yes. I'm talking to a sun seed. I'm talking to a star child, a person who is divinely guided, and you realize that you are laboring so many supernatural things right now that it is unbelievable. You have become so supernatural in understanding who you are and your ability to heal yourself from certain things and to long for you know to long for some peace, a peace of mind, long for some understanding, some that awakening energy. You know what I'm saying? Where you don't allow everything to penetrate and everything to hit you a certain type of way. I want y'all to just get on in here. I'm giving y'all a minute, right quick. Spirit want me to do that. Be respectful in that. And if y'all hear a little noise in the background, it is the washing machine going. I'm trying to wash some clothes. And I got my coffee, y'all. Y'all get your coffee. How you doing? How you brewing? I got my coffee and everything. Y'all get what y'all gonna get, because I have a conversation and it's a testimony too in this. My channel is set up where it's a healing platform. It's set up that way. It's a place where you might get a word in season, and you might even get a message that's extremely divinely guided, and it had guided you here to get, to hear, or whatnot, but I'm hoping that you understand that this is a place where you can testify things. I welcome your comments. Sometimes I shut them off just so that I be obedient in what I'm channeling and what I'm getting for some of you guys when I'm talking and when I'm listening to the word, and from other messages that has been, embedded. It's been imprinted in my existence. For somebody, let me tell you something. You are experiencing what you're experiencing. You are going through what you are going through. That's what I'm telling you. Okay. It's these people and it's the things that it's their assignment. They think they have made enemies, have made an enemy. They feel like they have acquired an enemy. Some of them, they have been given reasons that don't even exist. They're illusions. You know what I'm saying? Just as much magic as they've thrown on you, and that just as much spell work and just as much seance and backbiting and backstabbing and all that shit they done did to you, baby. That same shit is being done to them. This is what you must know. They are experiencing every jolt and at a faster rate, a much more fearful way because they have created illusions around them when they come to you. It's their assignment. That's what Spirit wants you to know. Spirit wants you to, this is for your mental, okay? It's their assignment. They've been assigned certain things they have been experiencing their whole life. They have been experiencing, or they have experienced their whole life, or they have not had an understanding of it. This is for somebody. I heard Bess say, I am the children's champ. For somebody, you have to understand that it's a huge shift in things and your ability to be alone. It's a lot of stuff you never thought that you would, endure or could endure. These are your days of trial and tribulation where you have endured so much. You have been tested so greatly by so much. I'm hearing in the Holy Spirit say by so much vast energy. In other words, it's coming from everywhere. You are bothering energies in places that you don't even know you're bothering them. You have created a lot of distance between you and certain energy, and that's bothering certain things in the atmosphere or in the energies around you. I heard him say, when I told him to touch not thy anointed and do my prophet no harm, that's what I meant. That's what I just heard him say for somebody. You are divinely guided. I can't stop saying that. I'm talking to somebody who is an Akashic down person. In other words, baby, your Akashic field, I can't make it up. I'm going to say it again. Bess is the children's champ. Your Akashic field is so powerful that all these hits and this disdain, these hits, people want you to walk with your head down and in silence. You got energies around you where folks want you to, they want to be able to trick you. They want to be able to, make you accept or settle. I'm hearing them say settle. This ain't no season to settle. It's not a season to give up. I heard Spirit say you come this far by faith. You know who you leaned on the whole way. And this is the thing. You trusted in so much holiness, so much confirmation, and so much synchronicity, so much spirit. You look for conversation, who I'm talking to, with the cosmos. You look for it. You search for them. That's what I heard them say they love about you. You go looking for them. You go looking and searching for them. Oh, yeah. And that's what they love about you. Ooh-wee. I heard them say, his troops is marching on. You understand me? This is the thing. You don't owe nobody no explanation for feeling the way you feel and not feeling the way they want you to feel. You don't owe nobody no explanation for that. You don't have to accept what somebody else would do with your life, because you got people around you at a distance as well who feel like they want to beat you to your life. They want to beat you to your life. In other words, we gonna look and peek and see what's going on, and we're going to try to get there before they can get there. We're going to try to experience it before they experience it. We're going to try to talk about it before they can talk about it. You know, got a lot of people taking from you things they know that it hurt you. They say you're going to pay in tears. That's what Spirit told me to tell you. You got a lot of motherfuckers out here want you to pay in tears. Come on, Spirit, speak. You've been dedicated to growth. I'm hearing them say, of all beings. And in a lot of places, you set a lot of intention when it came to things. And that intention, collective, that intention is powerful. You hear me? It's very powerful. See, this the thing, collective. This the thing. You have prepared yourself for battle. You know that at one point you was in a life form where, you know, you felt like, you know, you was in a life form where you felt like you would never put some of this oil on my hands. You would never you felt like, I'm getting them say, the battle was, you know, things would calm down. They would calm down. It's like they would take the jars off of the motherfucking tops they had you in. You know what I'm saying? They put different things with your name and face and your life in, right? It's like sometime every now and then they'll take the lid off so you can breathe just a little bit, right? And then things will feel like it was smoothing out or whatever. And you will stop fighting. You will put down your sword. But see, I heard Spirit say, See, this where you are. You have a banner up. I heard him say a bloodstained banner. That's up against anything that think that you gonna think that the battle is won. Cause see, you can't win it. You know it's won by the Most High God, cause it ain't yours. That's what I heard him say. And so you're not putting down no sword or none of that shit. You know it's always spiritual warfare going on. And this is why these motherfuckers cannot trick you out of a lot of things that they trying to get you out of. Because it's really the humiliation. You know, it's really the need and the desire to see you humiliated because they failed at so much that they attempted, or they want so much of what they wanted to work didn't work. It didn't work by a long shot. They're not satisfied. That's what I'm hearing Spirit say. You got a lot of people that ain't satisfied, collective. They feel like they ain't gonna get a chance. Listen. You got motherfuckers that worked a job that's had planned with money on that job for 20 years, from the day they walked in there. They had it planned that they was going to make money off of a certain way and all this type of shit for the rest of their life, collective. This is to what I'm saying. You had individuals who, when that shit went down and it didn't work the way that they thought it was going to work, or it was going to last as long as they thought it was going to last and all that shit, this was the aching of these individuals and the start of their mourning. You understand me? They spiritual prison, collective, because they couldn't get over it. You understand that change wasn't an invitation for them to find something else to do or love somebody else or go another route or forgive or make amends or whatever. It wasn't an invitation for them to think in the light, collective. Immediately, that gloom and that doom, that shadow, that cloud, it hovered over these individuals, and these individuals allowed that thing to stay there. They allowed it to eat at their motherfucking ass and penetrate so hard where it's a sore. It's a spiritual sore. You got motherfuckers that got spiritual leprosy, collective. That's what I'm trying to tell you. They got spiritual leprosy going on. That's why you can smell some of the clairaudient spiritualists who might see this video. Y'all know what I'm talking about. That's why y'all can smell people and things of that nature. You can smell them. You can stand next to them and smell a stench, death, sickness, this, and that. You understand me? You can smell it. It can't be, I'm hearing spirits say it can't be masked by a cavity or, a dirty shirt or whatever. You can smell these motherfuckers, collective. And they think they're getting away with something because y'all are sacred ones. That's why. You're sacred. And those guardians of the four corners and them mothers in the earth and fathers in the sky and them angels and ancestors and sacred ones that y'all call on, like I said, they love that y'all go seek them. Y'all go look for them. That part. That's that native shit. That's some people just have. That's that ancestry energy that some people just have. And I heard Spirit said it is a guide to everybody's chakras, the alignment of mankind, the knowledge of self. You understand me? The ability, you understand me, to have a God body, a sense of God's self. You understand me? Not a grandiose, none of that. Not an ego trip or none of that, because who I'm talking to, honey, you shadow box with yourself every day, especially so motherfuckers don't try to take your mind. You understand me? So you can put things in perspective. Let the small shit go. You understand me? Don't sweat the small shit, I'm hearing them say. That's what you're not going to do. You're not going to sweat the small shit, and that's what people want you to do, because everything got their panties or their drawers in their ass at this time. Everybody uptight. The whole fucking world is in an uproar. But see, this is the thing. To maintain that integrity, that spiritual integrity, this is what I'm getting. I'm saying for somebody. To accept your abilities, your God-given abilities and talents, to adjust to certain things in life that may seem like it's coming fast or it ain't coming fast. It's moving too slow. It's a skill. It's a spiritual skill. It's elevation. It's ascension. You understand me? And you got a lot of motherfuckers watching you saying, who helping her or who helping him? They can't be doing it by themselves, or just, how they gonna last this long without fucking with somebody or somebody hearing something bad about them and all this type of shit. Y'all got people waiting to hear about things devastating that happen in y'all life. Suffering and shit like that. And that's not what the fuck you gonna get. That's for somebody. It ain't for every motherfucking body. Because I got cross watchers and people that's trying to stop my channel and block me and put roadblocks and barriers up on me, trying to cause me a lot of despair out here. I know they name, who the fuck they are and everything else. I ain't got to call it. I ain't got to do that. Like I said, I always know that the battle is not mine and it belongs to the Lord. And so guess what? It's always a fight then. Because I know that's what Spirit doing right now. We at a time where he kicking ass, they kicking ass. And they ain't taking no names. They ain't taking no names. They don't give a fuck what your name is and who you think you are. Spirit is allowing the earth to know who it belongs to and where it resides. In other words, what level is on. Because there's levels to this shit. But you got people who think they can control the level. Yeah, they can control the level and the magnitude of the power of God. You understand me? And how the Chronicles was written. Never. That's what I'm getting them say. Never can you do that. Not on hills where there's thousands of cattle. Can you do that? Spirit right now is I'm telling you, if people's eyes ain't open to what's going on in this system and what's happening and what people trying to go back to them old times and all this different shit. It's a lot of stuff going on, collective. I can't even get off into it. All I can tell somebody is this is what the message is. It's to control your thoughts. Make sure you're not allowing because it's going to always be something. They're going to always poke at something, try to bring some type of shit in. It's always negative energy. You could be aligned with a certain energy that cause you to have to battle more. You could be in a demographic area, in a community. You could be doing a lot of different things that can cause you to feel like your spirit has to warfare more. This is the first thing to winning is the understanding that the battle ain't yours because the spirit brought you there and you know that's how you got there. Because when he told you to take up your cross and follow me, he said you had refuge and higher ground somewhere. And you went. You was obedient. Might have been uncomfortable. Might be uncomfortable at some time now. You understand? When you got there, you probably felt safe for a minute and then you start realizing it never ends. You're going to always have somebody after your energy, after your essence, not trying to understand who you are. But this is what you must understand. You are a child of God. You understand me? You are the chronicles of the Creator. That's who you are. I'm talking to somebody who are native in energy. That's because you don't forget your ancestors, so they don't forget you. I'm talking to somebody who is guided, divinely guided. I'm talking to somebody who is, like I said, Bess is the children's champ. You have powerful leadership in the spirit realm. And your Akashic truth is that you're just an oracle. It's not anything too much tarot about you. In other words, you don't knock what nobody do and how they feel about confirmation, clarification, and divinity. You understand? Long as they using it the right way so they don't get stripped. You got a lot of motherfuckers that's been demoted and they see you steady ascending. They've been demoted, collective. I said it. That's what the fuck I said. And like I said, I got cross watchers here who they get offended by that kind of talk. And that's okay. I'm not going to absorb the energy because I don't have to right now. Spirit told me I'm not in a situation where I have to. So to continue. You understand me? You got people who's been demoted. They've been blocked. The same shit they wanted blocked in you, your third eye and shit like that. They wanted certain things blocked. They ended up being blocked, collective. That's what I heard Spirit say. They ended up getting blocked. But they wanted you blocked. They saying you can't make no money. You can't get no this. You can't do that. You can't do this. You can't do that. You know, you ain't entitled to nothing. This how they feel. But you're not buying that shit, collective. Because you see Spirit steady making a way out of no way. That's all I can hear. All I'm hearing for you. He's steady making a way out of no way for you, collective. You understand me? It's always something. I make sure every single day this is for somebody, collective. Because this is the type of soul you're embodying. A soul that every single day you're going to get up whether you want to or not. You're going to push to the motherfucking limit. You understand me? And you're going to feel like you have accomplished what you could have in that day with all that you had to deal with, whether it was mentally, spiritually, or physically. It doesn't matter. You made it through that day, and guess what? That day is sufficient enough for you. And don't worry about what you didn't get done and what you got to do all the fucking time. That's not what you're going to do. See, because you're not a soul to do things like that. You're not that type of soul. Your soul is, guess what? These motherfuckers know not the day nor the hour. And that's the soul you live in. That's the way you roll. That is your, I heard them say that's your budget. You got a big budget. That's what I heard Spirit say. You got a big spiritual budget. That's what you have. Because I heard him say, when he come. May not when you want him to, but he gonna come on time. You got a big spiritual budget who I'm talking to. And you got a lot of motherfuckers that's, you got to pray and roots out evil because they see it. They seen it before you did. They've been living off, some of them motherfuckers been living off your budget. They here to get some of that motherfucking energy and take it with them. They come around it. They need some motivation. Be careful. Got a lot of snakes in the grass. Spirit gave me that a couple of days ago too for somebody. Got a lot of snakes in the grass. Motherfuckers that's, I'm talking about, when I say they portraying, acting, it don't make no sense, collective. And your discernment, your ability to discern, you know what I'm saying? And just because right now you in that hermit state, right now you in that, Spirit got you, kind of isolated for a lot of reasons. It ain't just because you got motherfuckers who don't want you seen, who don't want nobody to hear you, who don't want nobody to, see you and all this type of shit. Yeah, you got that shit. You're a beautiful person inside and out who I'm talking to. You got people trying to hide you, trying to, silence you and all kind of shit. All that's going on, baby. But it don't matter because, see, what Spirit said is what go. See, what Spirit said is what go, and that's the whole thing. And you already know that right now, your ancestors and stuff, they spinning the block. They spinning the block. They roosting out shit. I'm talking about they green. They doing so much. They spilling so much green tea on these motherfuckers. It don't make no sense, collective. They still thinking this shit practice test. No, they in the final exam right now. At a lot of these motherfuckers, and a lot of them going down. They still think they got time to practice. I'm hearing Spirit say a lot of shit on y'all collective because here come another moon, here come another this and another that and all that. And the whole time they in the final exam collective, and a lot of these motherfuckers know it, and they panicking. So every day they want you uptight. They want something for you to be uncomfortable, because when you are worried about things and your heart ain't in that light as a feather type of energy, it's easy for them to put that shit on you, collective. It's easy for them to come in and you forget that you need to do something, pay a bill, that you got the money to pay it, but it's just, they want so much to be going on in your mind and your psyche and your life that you can't even remember. You didn't even remember. For somebody, your phone was off. You forgot to pay it. You didn't get a notification or nothing. They got the energies is cutting off your notifications and all kind of shit, cutting off your ability to communicate through social media and stuff like that for somebody else. You going through these things. You're having a hard time with your electronics and stuff like that. Charging them, keeping them charged and all that kind of stuff. Every time you need the phone, you ain't got but 2 or 3 minutes of percent on it and all that kind of shit. This is the shit you going through because it's an energetic shift. It's an attack, energetic attacks you're experiencing. Spirit had to get involved in this world system because of world. I'm hearing them say it's a war of the minds right now. It's a lot of people. They just trying to keep their psyche. They just trying to they want to experience some level of peace right now so bad that some people are willing to do anything. You understand? You see it so much suicide around. Spirit is taking me to that. Saying you see it so much suicide and so much homicide, suicide. Where they kill somebody else or kill everybody and then kill themselves. This is what's happening. People don't have no value of life anymore because it's an energetic field that the world is operating on. The system it's I'm just telling y'all, it's a simulation. That vibration, that frequency is so fucked up in certain places and around certain people and energies and things of that nature. Y'all have to be aware and vigilant. You understand? And yes, you have to be rare. Very rare in order to use the discernment that you need in order to stay away from those things or be able to keep them out of your oracle field. I'm talking to an oracle. I'm talking to somebody who is nothing but a chronicle of light. That's who you are. You are a light being. You are a light seer. You are a light worker. You are a light healer. You are a light teacher. That's what you're teaching, light. How to operate in their third eye, how to be cosmic and galactic in their thinking, how to accept and acknowledge the cosmos and the mothers of the cosmos, the primordial mothers of the earth and the sky and the waters. How to embellish in that energy when you need to escape a world that can be so fucking dynamic in its ability to manipulate and mind fuck everybody. How to still love those that hate you. How to not curse those who curse you. It's a balance, collective. I'm getting them say it's a Mayat balance. It's a mother's love. And Mother Earth and Mother Sky and mothers of the waters and all that, those are those are the things that keep us standing straight. Keep us, I'm hearing them say, having cheerleaders when everybody is silent. Don't nobody see nothing, didn't nobody hear nothing, don't nobody know nothing, and people act like that nothing is going on. They going about their day-to-day lives. I'm being quiet. I heard peace is still. Peace be still. I'm in my still moment where for somebody that's the life you live in. You're not being a antisocial. You don't think you better than nobody else. You're not trying to one up a motherfucker. You're not doing none of that. You are in your still moment. That's what you're in. You're trying to hear and be given instruction by God. You're trying to be given, because I heard him say before destruction or anything like that, before problems, trials, and tribulations, stress and depression, and all those things come warnings. You get warnings. You get something. He does something. He provide you. I'm hearing him say something about that narrow is the gate. You got people that want to be crammed up, crumped up, and packed on top of individuals because of the things that they get from that collective. They could be seen. They could be, admired. They could be, they want the crowd, the rah-rah. I'm hearing them say, instead of the rock of the rah. That's what I heard them say. That's what they want. They want that, they want to be somebody famous, and all that. And instead of healed, loved. You understand? Supernatural. You understand me? And dangerous in your prayers. I'm talking to somebody, it's dangerous. These people don't even know. It's dangerous for you to pray on somebody that's fucking with you. It's dangerous for you to cry. I heard Spirit say. They don't even know. Your tears are something. Your ability to cry, motherfucker want the motherfuckers that want you to cry, collective, want you to pay in tears, collective. These individuals have no idea what is stored up for their ass when you do cry. When you do break. When you do finally have enough is enough. Something hit you. They have no idea. That's what I just heard Spirit say. They have no idea what comes and collect your tears. What comes and relieve them. Wipe your eyes, dry your eyes, your tears. I'm just saying, hug you, hold your hand, shake your hand. You understand me? They have no idea. And the ones that do have the ideal and they still press the issue, collective, it is their assignment. They still come for you. They still treat you a certain type of way. They still are unfair with you. You understand? Because they own insecurities and shit and they need and shit like that to be validated by motherfuckers. Want somebody to always like something they got or like something they eating or want something they got or want something they eating or want something they, just envy. You're dangerous when you don't have that demon. When you don't have a demon of envy and jealousy and shit like that. You're a dangerous motherfucker. When you can look at another beautiful woman or a man and tell a man, oh, you got a nice, man, I like that. You understand me? And you still can walk with pride in your head up and you got a goddamn hole in your goddamn shoe. I'm just saying, you're a dangerous person when you can have expensive clothes and nice things, but you can go outside and look like you homeless and shit like that. You're dangerous to people. They be mad when they see you clipped up and shit like that. Oh, what the fuck he doing or she doing? They think they better. They think they the shit. They think what's going on? That person changing them. Oh, they didn't get with such and such. Now they think they're, it's always the crabs collective in the barrel. You always gonna have them motherfuckers trying to pull you down, keep you from getting to the top because they want to get up there. They trying to get out of the bucket. For somebody collective, let me tell you something. Your prayers are petitions. They ceremonies. They communion. It's supplication, collective. Your prayers don't cease. They don't stop. In other words, your prayers be taken from one jurisdiction of spiritual court to the next. Your shit is always, I'm hearing Spirit say, your shit is always seen in higher court in spirit. You know how we got state court, this court, that court, whatever, city court, this and that, federal court, all the way up to the Supreme Court. That's what I'm getting them say. Your shit is always set around a Supreme Court, collective. Your shit is going to be set around Supreme Court. Supreme Court is going to rule your shit, collective, when it's all said and done, collective. And I'm talking in the spirit realm because I know spirit. If it is something going on the 3D or even in the 5D on the spiritual level, on the court level, collective, on some type of justice or something like that, I heard Spirit say, "Vengeance was mine." I told you no weapons formed against you was gonna prosper, and that nothing was gonna be held up. Nothing would be held up. I told you that. You will get it. You got so much love in the spirit realm, collective. I'm talking about it's blood, sweat, and tears. That's what's going on. They are pleading for you, collective. They are pleading your case big time in the spirit realm. They just want you to see that sometimes, we have been on the wrong side. This is for somebody else, collective. This is for one of my cross watchers. I'm saying somebody that's really not here on a one-on-one. Your escape, your ability to hear things should have been your escape. Now your ears is being shut up, I heard him say, and your eyes is failing your motherfucking ass as well. You understand me? Your hands is getting weak, and so is your motherfucking legs. And I know that because I'm steady sending energy back to a motherfucker saying, trick no motherfucking good. I don't care what you got in mind. This your health. That's your sickness. That's your motherfucking energy. That's your stench. That's your dish. That's your that, because I know it is. You can't swap with me. That's for a motherfucker. You can't have mine. I told him I wanted mine back. I told him I'm taking mine back. And I showed him my eyesight. And I had my hands out. Ooh. And they saw what was in them. They looked at my heart. Said, you can't sign no documents over that. I rebuke you, Satan. In the name of Yeshua. Under the orders by the blood and the powers that's invested in me. Not just for me, but for you all too, collective. I heard Beth say I'm the children's champ. I'm talking about her. And she says she knows she got 1,000 millions, she's saying. Trillions on this planet that know they led by her energy. I heard Beth say, I'm the children's champ. You're not going to do anything you want to do to the children of God. You're not going to decide that what you learn and what you know and what your direction has been and your information and everything else, your understanding of who God is in your life is who he is in everybody else's. That's not what you're going to do. I rebuke you. I denounce, I decree, and I declare that every fucking thing you send at me is returned 144,000-fold. Collective, y'all have imported protection. Y'all have extra virgin olive oil around y'all, collective. Y'all have some clean spirits, some of y'all around y'all, collective. You understand me? And y'all got filth spirits that's trying to get in because they want to be washed. They want some of y'all forgiveness. They want some of y'all to act like y'all didn't experience things and y'all didn't go through nothing and shit didn't happen. That should have been rectified. It should have been, it should have been a redemption, I'm hearing Spirit say, of those things in y'all life by those people and those individuals and those circumstances and situations. But you're not waiting on this right now. Y'all in y'all still moment. Y'all not waiting on nobody to apologize. You're not looking for a motherfucking prize from a Cracker Jack box or none of that shit. You understand me? You're not spinning cotton candy on your motherfucking hand or from your hands, I'm hearing Spirit say. None of that. This shit ain't a circus. Even though you got a lot of goddamn clowns around who think they jokers, collective. That's what I heard Spirit say. They think they goddamn jokers. But I heard them say those who laugh first. I heard that last verse, however it go. Yeah, it's there. Speaking Spirit. Because I love when y'all say it. It come out perfectly stitched, I heard them say. Perfectly stitched for somebody. I heard Spirit say I'm sprinkling glitter all over certain situations. So where you see clouds and you see chaos and confusion and all that stuff, I keep sprinkling glitter all around you. because I want you to know that you are a light. You are a light. You understand me? And this is your life. I'm hearing them say, this is your life. Speak your truth. Heal yourself. Keep staying in your still moment if you need to be. Do that. You're not bothering anybody. You just say, motherfuckers, you ain't making it easy for motherfuckers to jock you. You understand me? You living in your authentic self right now. You ain't copycats and all that shit. They gonna keep having to try to beat you to your motherfucking life. Try to keep seeing what the fuck color you got or something coming or what kind of shit you got or whatever so they can try to beat you to your life. How somebody try to beat you to your life? That's a destiny swapping motherfucker. That's an energy harvester. That's somebody that's a gang stalker and a gobble ganger. That's a person who is so fucked up and they blind. That's what I heard Spirit say. They can't see shit. Nothing. And now the Spirit is demoting they motherfucking ass. They growing real frail and tired of the shit they doing. And they don't know why the fuck they experiencing it. For some of y'all experiencing a lot of lethargy and fatigue and stuff like that because y'all being elevated. Y'all ascending. Y'all seeing this place as a different type of goddamn whole different planet. You understand me? It's things that y'all know y'all can't call and tell the goddamn government y'all seeing or y'all experienced or heard or none of that shit. Because they already know a lot of shit going on right now. This shit they not going to talk to y'all about. They not going to tell y'all shit or none of that. I keep telling y'all, the ones who are going to survive are the ones who know that we are in a new world order, period. And it's a lot of new shit that's taking place in the planet, not just in the physical, but mostly in the spiritual, which is shaping the physical. And you gotta be careful because you got a lot of motherfucking zombies out here who assume just because y'all ain't in there shaking tambourines every motherfucking day, all week, every fucking day, that y'all are devils and they have a right to come against y'all. They have a right to come against y'all. When y'all are people where the church, y'all temples, y'all bodies, it's the church. Y'all know that. Y'all ability to lean not on y'all understanding and trust God and everything is y'all church. Y'all know this. It ain't what you got on, what you got, who you know, how many times you go inside of a dwelling and all that type of shit. Some of y'all that went in there and y'all got attacked soon as you went in there. And guess what the preacher's reason was? Oh, because you came to church. You know, soon as you try to do God's will and go do God's word and try to follow the right way, you're gonna get attacks and all that stuff. No, it don't be none of that. Don't be God's will that you go in there and get attacked. It be people in there waiting to fucking attack somebody that's trying to clean their life up. That's coming in there for understanding and things like that. You understand me? That's seen as a new, that want to be seen as a new creature in Christ. It be people waiting on them in them places. Some people know that they don't deal with spirituality religiously. That's not how they deal with their spirit in a religious form. And you be shunned for that. You be shunned for that. People be on your back for that. Instead of letting God introduce you to his word and his way and the way and things like that. And a little, because some things is overwhelming. Learning anything, even the Bible, everybody can't go in there and be sane when they come out of there. Everybody can't go in there and be sane when they come out of there. You understand me? It is a lot of people that as soon as you call on the name of Jesus, you have a lot going on in your life that you have to organize and refine or have refined. You do become a lot of times a person who has to be broken down. You understand me? It's a death. It's a death, collective. This is what these people don't understand. Wanting to be a new creature requires a death of the old man, collective. I don't care what church you in and what spiritual religious group you are affiliated with. You understand me? A lot of spiritualists, we shadow box. We want to knock the shadow seers up out of the way, out of our way. That's what we don't want. We don't want no shadow seers in our way. Because those are the ones that hold a negative vibration all the time around us. Even if they don't have it around certain people, they got it around us. We want to make sure they keep their motherfucking asses the fuck away from us. Be where you vibrate higher at. We welcome that because we rather nod our head with a howdy howdy and smile and keep on going than to stop or be stopped by some shit we ain't got nothing to do with. We don't understand it, and it's blasphemy. It's bullying. We come this far by faith, collective. That's what I'm hearing Spirit say. We come this far by faith, collective. And it's a lot of contracts. A lot of contracts. Yeah. Yeah. Y'all got a real serious, strong energy around y'all, collective. It's strong. It's powerful. Best is the children's champ, collective. These people, they didn't read the fine print. It's a lot of you got a lot of contracts. Everybody want to write. It's about contract. Contract this. Contract that. Contract this. No, people need to read the fine print when it comes to certain things. Everybody can't do everything somebody else do, and everybody ain't gonna do it the way somebody else do it. You understand me? Because for who I'm talking to, you got a contract with God. I'm talking about the Almighty, God with the big G. That's what you have. You have a contract with God. You understand me? As your guide. You understand me? As whatever you need him to be. He don't play about you. You understand me? He don't play about you. Realize you got people that's acting like animals in the spirit realm around you. They acting like animals. You know, for somebody, pray my strength in the Lord. My dog was stolen yesterday. I was cooking outside, trying to raise a vibration, taking some time off, to myself, like I said, being in that still moment and everything like that, and my dog, somebody stole my dog. My dog was stolen yesterday. So I'm very hurt by that. But at the same time, I refuse to keep that. I won't even like just keep crying or nothing about it. I won't. You understand me? I'm not being funny, but I lost a child. You understand me? I lost a whole soul. You understand me? So a dog, somebody taking that from me, even though I'm hurt by that. Because you got a lot of motherfuckers around you that's all they doing is waving banners, collective. They acting like they Christians and things of that nature, and they acting like they patriotic and all this type of shit. And it's all conditional. It's a lot of it is conditional, collective, and it's sad. So I'm asking God to remove the energy of certain people, you know what I'm saying, around the people that's really here that feel like hate it don't got no place here where we at. You understand me? We are trying to raise a vibration for the next generation, and we trying to be obedient to lead by an example. And a lot of things, collective. So I'm asking y'all to please just pray my strength in the Lord for my pet. And I'm hoping that spirit, that because all I can say is whoever took her or whoever have her, she's going to miss her family so bad that you won't experience none of what the last 4 or 5 years have been for us. They will never experience that ever. Because once that hurt and that degree of depression steps in, it's over with. You understand me? Her ability to be who she was for us or to us, they'll never experience it. And that's what saddens me, that she's going to miss her family. That's the part that hurts me more than anything. You know what I'm saying? But we send our love and everything, to her. And I just ask God to just protect her and let her, let her thrive. Let her thrive with whatever pain she have to experience or confusion. Because I'm sure she was a loving dog. She was a rescue. And so I'm sure it was a situation where the person tricked her. They made her feel like, they wasn't just wanted to, adore her or something, or, hey, cutie or whatever, not grab her and nab her. I'm sure she didn't know that was going to happen, so yeah, it is what it is. But Spirit showed me 777 yesterday and said that the energy is something else. And they took something that they shouldn't have never took, because it'll be restored to me. But at the same time, I was given instructions about getting another pet and everything. They really gave me some comfort and things. But at the same time, yeah, I feel sorry for who took them. I feel sorry. I heard Spirit say they gon' 5-0. They definitely gon' 5-0. Mother Strength is all over it. You understand me? And they'll grow from it. One of the things is that she's chipped, and she was chipped before she became a rescue. So I have to, get on that situation together. I contacted the police, and they said that they would take me to go get her once we find out where she is. Once we read the chip and stuff like that and find out where she is. So it's a lot going on that side, but God is good. God is good, and the public is going to have an eye out for her, and my spiritual mothers and fathers is definitely reassuring me that those people, they going to wish they never did that. Or that person, they going to wish they never did that, collective. Because God is going to war for me about a lot of things, and I'm not warring with anyone. These people can be in an illusion on us, collective, and think that they done made an enemy and stuff. No, it's their assignment. We sitting back. We know it's their assignment. They've been assigned to do certain things, to work for the devil, to work for the enemy, to do certain things to people. They've been assigned. And so they doing it, collective. They're doing it, and they're doing it freely. I'm telling you, they putting a lot of thought into a lot of shit too, but it's not really thinking, because y'all ancestors and guides and stuff like that, they I'm telling y'all, I hear them say, we gonna kick ass, and we gonna create so much catastrophe in these people's life that they're not gonna thrive on anybody's energy but their own. And that's gonna be so low vibrational, collective, that it won't even be a thriving. I heard them say they defeated. You understand me? A lot of people have been defeated who has come up against y'all, collective, to cause y'all, that they want y'all to pay in tears. And that's because they don't want to take responsibility. They don't want to take their responsibility, but they being hit by heavy hitters. Heavy hitters is hitting them. Heavy hitters, the realist, collective. The mothers is on them, collective, because they won't heal. They won't heal. They won't heal, and they life isn't good to them. They're not satisfied. They're not thankful about anything. You understand me? They have a lot of people. Spirit is showing me they got a lot of people, with them. You know what I'm saying? In other words, they might be, consider high justice in this realm and all that kind of shit, and real big time here. But in the spirit realm, they gonna find out. They gonna find out. They were nothing. There was no growth at all. They wasn't making stride in the spirit realm. They was faking. I heard them call them fake-titioners. Not magicians. They were fagicians, fake-gicians, fake-titioners. They were stars in a reverse, collective. These people were not free, collective. They were not free. Not like how y'all are. Y'all are free in y'all thinking. Y'all, I'm talking to a free thinker too. I'm talking to somebody who you've You know you know what's going on is spiritual. You understand me? You know that you are a part of spiritual court and a lot of motherfuckers karma. You know what I'm saying? You karma for a lot of people right now, collective. It's just that way. Because people played in your face and they played on your top. They tried anyway. And they keep doing it, collective, because they can't control you. See, it's things they used to be able to do. That shit don't work no more because you realize that the battle is never over with, but it's always won because it's not yours, collective. The battle don't belong to you. This is why you are esteemed the way you are esteemed, and your ranking is a certain type of way, collective. It's a chronicle. It's a chronicle move that they busting in the high courts for you. These people going the fuck down, collective. Court is over with, really. Like I said, these people think it's still a pretest they can take to take you down and fuck your life up and all this type of shit. They still think they in the beginning of this shit. No, this is the end of times. We're in the end. This is the final motherfucking exam. This is what motherfuckers don't get. They've been lied to, collective. They've been lied to, a lot of them. They've been lied to, and they liked them lies. They love that lie. They love that lie, collective. They love that lie. The truth ain't in these motherfuckers. That's what I heard them say. But order versus chaos is the order of the courts. Order versus chaos is the order of the courts, collective. Ankh life. You understand me? Wisdom is sacred because it's relational, collective, and it's lived. I'm going to say it again. Wisdom is sacred because it's relational and it's lived. These people still stuck. They stuck structure versus spontaneity. They stuck, collective, issue. They stuck, collective. They stuck. They stuck, collective. They stuck. They think that Papa Legba and things like that, being students of certain things in life, collective, and students of certain entities that they can call on people and all this type of shit. They think that that's the shit that's gonna win them. I heard Spirit say immunity. Liberation. Speak, Spirit. Dialogue with the guides and the wise ones, the elders. That's that word where what word is bond. Speak, Spirit. I heard Spirit say they clashing, and they clashing into eternal cycles. It's clashes of eternal cycles. They going down. They going the fuck down. That's all I know. They going down, collective. They going down. Yep, they going down. They took a lot of shit from y'all, collective. They took a lot of shit from y'all, collective. These people took a lot of shit. Yeah, they took a lot of shit. They took a lot. And now messages of the people is everywhere, collective, from TikTok to, I'm hearing them say, to YouTube to, you know, it's everywhere. Everybody is speaking and trying to send a message to trickster spirits, collective. They trying to tell them, don't you see that it's time to collect? The energy of the universe is a collecting energy. You know what I'm saying? It's a collecting energy. It's not no one group of people that is collecting for. It's collecting for the injustices. You understand the pain of so many mothers right now and fathers. You know what I'm saying? It's crying out. You understand me? Because it's certain people who see superiority, or they see hate, or they see injustice, or they see, you know, favor not being fair in the world and things of that nature, or whatever. They seeing the wrong thing. They seeing the wrong thing. Their pride has replaced perception, collective. Their truth is distorted. That's what I'm hearing Spirit say. but the God of a movement of to banish chaos is involved now. You understand me? They are involved collective by a covenant. You understand me? Because truth has been so distorted. The embodiment of paradox is how truth has been distorted, collective. It's been misunderstood, collective. Things that's sacred has no longer sacred anymore. You know, it's a lot of people using things that's sacred as dangerous tools. You understand? The unalive motherfuckers and things of that nature, bind them. I heard Spirit say, truth is written. It's fixed. And it's the elder's word that's bond. Speak, Spirit. Speak. These contracts, collective. They going back to these contracts, but collective. Okay? They taking me back to the contracts for somebody. That contract is where it involves spirit, collective. Spirit being your counselor and your guide. These people don't understand. You signed a contract with Spirit, collective. This been done. You understand me? I heard them say before your mother's womb. You signed a contract with Spirit, collective. For Spirit to be your guide and for it to be them to be your counselors. For them to provide counselors for you. You understand me? And for you to publicly display who you are in the Spirit. You understand me? For people to know that if they play with you, collective, it's a stupid game that they doing. And they will win a stupid prize, collective. You a seer. You see motherfuckers coming and it makes them very uncomfortable, collective. That scale start teeter-tottering when you come around. They scale, collective. You are part of a higher court, a spiritual court, collective. You can't never be a part of a no type of cult or society or none of that shit. You can't never be a part of none of that, collective. You are already a part of a spiritual society, collective. It's a universal thing, a heavenly thing that's right here. I'm hearing them say on earth. It's a part of a spiritual society right here. You are a part of an army of God. You understand me? You got very strong powers that's invested in you and that's stay around you investing in you, collective. You do a great job. You do a very great job, and people that fuck with you don't understand you work for Mighty Master and they play stupid games, collective. They keep playing them and they play them, and that's why they winning all these stupid ass prizes they get. In other words, some of the ones that thought they left you or they did you dirty or whatever, they didn't do nothing, but that same shit ended up happening to them, collective. The ones that wished you ill and sick or catching something or whatever, they end up catching shit, collective. They the ones that got that shit, collective. The ones sending that negative death energy and accident energy and all that kind of shit, they experiencing them accidents, collective. Whether it be by car or any goddamn thing, they experiencing that shit. That shit backfiring on motherfuckers these days. That's sending negative energy out to people that didn't do nothing to them. They're bullies. Spiritual bullies are being banned on the planet right now. Things are happening to them where they are disintegrating. I heard them say, we are dismantling that energy right now. People better start waking up on the right side of the goddamn bed, taking a goddamn shower, washing their face with a motherfucking towel. You understand me? And going on. Minding their business. I heard Spirit say, stealing their truth. Keeping that truth. In other words, steal like pieces steal. Let that piece stay there. Eliminate and get rid of the things that steal that motherfucking peace from you. That's what you need to do. It can't be the motherfucker that ain't doing nothing to you. It can't be the one that's trying to maintain their own. It can't be the one that don't want the games. It can't be the one that's teaching you or trying to support you or help you or encourage you, share with you or whatever. It can't be that person taking care of you or any of that. That can't be the person that doing something to you, that's trying to fuck with your peace. So it can't be that. So it got to be something within. It got to be something around you. You understand me? Something that you need to conquer with fasting or praying or something else. Because it's not going to be enough for people to bully motherfuckers anymore. Energy harvest at them, lead trinkets and all that shit around them and stuff like that. In other words, you got a lot of people that's out here, they trying to tempt you. And your eyes got to see something else. Your heart got to see something else. It's about endurance, collective. I heard them say endurance. You understand me? The strongest gonna survive, collective, as well as the one that see things, collective. That discernment is the strength of survival right now. That's the way. That's your way to deceive, to not be deceived. You understand me? You're not going on dummy missions. You understand me? Don't let people keep sending you on motherfucking dummy missions. That's what they want. They want you to keep going on dummy missions. People want to handle you, collective. They want to handle you. You got motherfuckers that want to handle you. You can't be handled. You already being handled by the Most High God. You under contract with Mighty Master, God with the big G. You understand me? You are a disciple. That part. You're part of a spiritual court system. This is why these people are experiencing what they're experiencing. They don't understand. You are a part of a motherfucking 555 when it comes to the Holy Spirit. Nah. And an 1111 on their ass. But they don't understand that being on the wrong side, it cripples their ability to ascend, to receive spiritual activations, collective, to even come after you. They wondering why they can't penetrate and they can't do certain shit to you. It's because you protected in the spirit realm. That's why. And God got some real heavy hitters around you too, collective. They don't even see. They don't even see, collective. Spirit told me to tell you to stay humble with that knowledge. Stay humble knowing that, collective. The tables that's being prepared for you, everybody can't sit at them. And you got motherfuckers mad. So they want you to join some shit. So they can be at the table. So you could be at their table. You valuable to their motherfucking world, collective. They system. You're a hard worker. That's in spirit and in the physical, collective. And the 333 is very proud of you, collective. I heard the Father, the Mother, and the Son. The Trinity is extremely proud of you, collective, because the scales is balanced where you are. Your heart is light as a feather. You went into hermit mode because you heard the voice of the Lord tell you it's time to heal. It's time for them losing seasons and all that shit, messing with people who had losing energy. Some of them did, collective, and it wasn't everybody, but it was a lot of people that was around you that was deceiving you, collective, period. They wasn't who they say they were. You got that around you now, but you controlling certain situations and energies differently. And that's the part that the old you is angry at. You understand me? I heard them say you offering that old motherfucking man that you had to take off and get rid of. You offering them, you presenting them with a love offer. Now you presenting them with a love offer. You see what I'm saying? That love offer is, guess what? I love who I am. I'm not the best at who I could be or whatever. Or it's room for improvement. Because that's just who you are. Like I said, you're a humble person. Spirit told you to stay humble with the knowledge you have. You understand me? Stay humble. But you're not bargaining anymore with your old man. That shadow seer. Or the way that you may have never been a shadow seer, but you was around people who can influence your energy greatly. You're not operating in that man no more. You realize what chronicles you sit in. what part of the of God's energetic field you belong in and you reside in, collective. Like I said, you got great energy around you. You understand me? Great, strong, and powerful, mighty energy around you, and you're going to keep that energy. You're not bargaining with nobody. These people going down if they think you're going to bargain with these motherfuckers. They breaking spiritual law every time they come at you. Every time they come at you, they breaking spiritual law. They don't give a fuck because they think if they can't go to jail in the 3D or if they are the people that put motherfuckers in jail or whatever, that they getting away with something. But they're not. I heard Spirit say they gonna have to see their motherfucking maker. That's what they gonna have to see. And they gonna have to understand that, guess what? They gonna have to understand that they should have gave you what was yours, collective. That's what they should have. They gonna understand justice was yours the whole time, collective. They gonna wish they had it. They going to the hall of truth, collective. That's what I'm getting here. They going to the hall of truth. Yes. Confidence is everything, collective. That's what you need to know. You need to understand that confidence is everything. You understand me? It's everything right now. When people doing what they doing to you, don't feel guilty. Don't feel bad. That's what people want. Listen to me. You don't mind seeing somebody have something better than you. You don't mind seeing somebody you know, any of that. In other words, nobody ain't better than you because you was made special to God. You was made in a certain image, collective, that was thought about before any of this time was ever given. Okay? Or people that made time was given. Okay? You are somebody who was already predestined and designed by Christ, collective. I'm telling you that I want you to know this. Okay? You have a crest, I hear them saying. There's a crest in your bloodline, collective. And it can't be dismantled, collective. You were already put here. You have already existed in a world, collective, that belonged to seers a long time ago, collective. Belonged to mystics and people who were leadership in the spirit realm. You have already existed, collective. That's what I'm getting Spirit say. You exist now. You understand me? You are present right now. You understand me? That's what I heard them say. A lot of these motherfuckers, they gonna die if they'll never experience dying 1,000 deaths, collective. They'll never experience, and I'm hearing Spirit say, never. Certain shit is written in stone with these motherfuckers. This is where they at. It's been written in stone for them. Confidence is everything. These people play stupid games. Now they winning stupid prizes. And the answer is no for a lot of these motherfuckers. No, they will not do certain shit. No, they will not advance and move on to go. No. Spirit is your counselor. Spirit is your guide, collective. Spirit is what you're allowing to develop and grow your sense of security and things of that nature, or just your confidence, collective. That's its ability to endure. You understand me? Spiritual court is in session. All over the world. All over the world. And I do want to say something about Jamal Warner, Theo. I just want to, shout out to the energy of on my channel. I want to put him on the energy of my channel because I have to, because of who I am, first off. But I loved him. I came home many a days, many a times. I did, collective. I came home many a days, many a times, and he was like it meant everything for me to watch that show, collective. It calmed me so it don't make no sense. Okay, it was just a different energy and a different vibration I was able to use. Spirit was able to throw me in front of, and I'm telling you, and just do something for me with whatever was going on or what wasn't going on. It really, as a child, that was a family and an energy from a family that, I mean, it was a family's dream. A lot of us, collective. Some people, they had it already, or it was different, But for some of us, collective, we were in situations where the best was being done that could be done. That's all I'm telling you. That was the reason for everything. I did the best I could. Okay, so that we had that collective going on in some of us in our lives, and that's fine, collective, because we're in situations as parents and people, normal people, ordinary people. Peculiar but ordinary. We're in situations where we feel the same way sometimes. We did the best we can. We doing the best we can, and we hope our children, our friends, our family realize that. You know what I'm saying? But we were in situations where that was the reason for every motherfucking thing. You know what I'm saying? That was the reason. That was the why. That was the answer to the why or why not. That's what it was. So you look at things like that show and everything like that, the Cosby Show and stuff like that. You look at those things and you say, wow. You say, wow. Wow, the energy that when you look back. I'm saying people that look back. People who eyes are watching God. That's what I'm saying. You look back and you see how he took certain things that wasn't even tangible. You didn't touch it. You couldn't touch it. It wasn't right there, but it was right there to help and heal some of us, collective. So shout out to the TV for that. Thank God, that Spirit is able to use things that is meant for bad for good. And that was one thing about television back in the day that was just awesome. I want to, rest in heaven, Theo, and anything dealing with death in the water or around waters and stuff like that is very sacred. So I want the family to know that it's very sacred. His death was very sacred. That's what I'm getting Spirit say. And celebrate his life. Celebrate his life. That's what they want you to do. Celebrate his life and things of that nature. Go back and look at a couple of them reruns. Put them in the YouTube or in the search. I'm hearing them say. Look for some of them and look at some of them. That's how we do spirits. That's now our counselors and ancestors and guides. That's how we do them justice, collective, by remembering their spirits and the highlights of their life and the things that made them laugh or smile and some of the things that made them cry, realizing some of their revelations and stuff like that. It's a beautiful thing, collective, keeping their spirits alive because they are alive. They are truly alive, collective. Yep, to be absent in the body is to be present with the Lord. And I don't know nobody that got a dead God. I don't know anybody that have a dead God. You know what I'm saying? Only people that think like that is dead spirits. I don't know anybody that got a dead God. But no God that I know that energy reigns, or the one and only God Almighty, that one with the big G. Those energies are never dead. They're never dead. They're always working around us, collective. That's for somebody. The scales are balanced. You understand me? The scales are balanced. And you humbly removed a lot of goddamn people's egos by realizing that, collective. You humbly removed a lot of their egos. You understand me? And you did that because you had unconditional love for a lot of them too, collective. A lot of unconditional love. Let them think what they want to think. It wasn't taking nothing from you, collective. It wasn't taking nothing from you. So a lot is coming to you, and everything. And, you're the realist. A lot is coming to you, baby. A lot of it. You are a seer. You see it too. And Spirit want me to just tell you to just keep your eyes on good things. Don't see nothing else. But my dog and stuff, it seemed different around here. It's a loss, it's a loss, but I know I'm going to be all right. I could go buy another dog today if I wanted to, but that's not what I'm going to do. I'm going to do what Spirit told me to do and everything with this. And we're going to do it. We going to put some signs and stuff out. Me and my daughter, she working on going to go get some signs and stuff for her and things of that nature. So, yep, I hate my grandbaby got to deal with it. She this is going to be hard on her. But, the energy was so thick yesterday. The devil was trying so hard to try to get in here and penetrate things in here. And I was fighting my ass off every time it came. You know what I'm saying? Whatever I had to do, I was just in battle, and I was winning. I ended up putting my feet up and having me a adult beverage and barbecuing yesterday. And it was just me and my son, and everything. It was just quiet. It was very peaceful yesterday and calm. I was in a whole nother headspace. I refused to think negative thoughts and stuff like that. I just wouldn't allow it and worry. I just immediately chased any type of worry away, anything like that. I was going with the flow, and stuff like that. And then that happened. She ended up running down the street and somebody rolled past and carried her on the way, or somebody opened up their door and let her in there. My son went looking, but, she was not there. So she been dog napped, and I just asked y'all to pray for us and things like that, and pray her strength that she's very smart, that she can escape. And if she's not supposed to escape and she's supposed to be wherever it is she is, I ask the Spirit to help us lighten our hearts and things like that, and bring justice to where justice is due. That's it. Like I said, I don't even like speaking on stuff of what happened to, what is or what could happen to a person fucking over me. I just don't, collective. I'm telling you, I'm in a contract as well, and with Spirit, and I just don't, collective. I don't. I try. I want to stay meek. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to. My ring shot is too loud and everything. And so, and I know that, I got Iron Men and shit like that fight for me in the spirit realm. And that's heavy, collective. That's all I can tell you. And so I hate to put them out there, but they see it. It happened. So like I said, a lot of this shit is assignment for these people. They supposed to experience certain things from doing certain things. So, we all have to live and learn. So, that Spirit had already told me that those individuals can't even afford a loaf of bread who took the person or who took the dog, or he told me that they complaining about money and food and things of that nature, and said, but they had time to take a dog because that was something that they can take that they felt was free. And it wasn't. It's going to cost them. So I thank God for everybody that's here that came and sat with me for an hour and 26 minutes and some seconds on the clock. I'm hearing them say that's that 9 up there. Yeah, I can come up out of it, but you stay humble, collective. You stay humble. There's a huge shift that's happening right now. Understand your prayers are petitions. You understand me? It's communion and supplication, and any liar and any clown that's out there, collective, with that so what I did this to you, or so what I did that to you type of attitude and all that type of shit. I don't give a fuck about you, so what? You know what I'm saying? It's just going to influence your growth and your development. It's just going to push you to where you need to go. Don't question certain things right now. Your understanding is coming better by and by. That's what I'm getting Mama say. It's just going to unfold better as time go on, and you shift into different frequencies that they're assisting you with, collective. Okay, your ancestors is assisting you with a lot of things, and it's been a lot of people, collective, that's been they questioning your endurance. They question it, but spiritual court is in session right now. It's the high court that got it. Your shit is in the highest court right now. Yeah, that's the only. Like I said, you got Bess is the children's champ. You got heavy hitters around you, collective. Big timers. You understand me? Spirit right now said resilience, and for you to just remain silent. Okay? Just remain silent. It's all about resilience right now for you. You're about to do this shit. You understand me? It's resilience, collective. That's what I'm getting Spirit saying. Endurance. Those are the 2 words that Spirit want me, affirmation words that Spirit want me to use. I hope I can throw that into the algorithm, they saying, because those 2 words are huge right now in the spirit realm. Endurance and resilience. Those are two huge statements, collective. Endurance. You understand me? Running a race and not getting weary, collective. That's the whole thing. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy come in the morning. That's what I'm getting for somebody out there. Don't worry, okay? You are being targeted and you are being spiritually bullied, okay? But I heard Spirit say you are channeling the light within. And so that's attracting a lot of low vibrational energy. And so you battling those things so they don't attach to you. You understand me? You have put on a damn spiritual cape or robe. I heard a high court priestess or priest robe, an emperor's or empress robe, a robe of hierarchy and legend. Okay. Yeah. Legacy. Yeah, that's what I'm getting for you. So you're fighting a lot of things, but I heard Spirit say you're doing such a great job because guess what? You are not you're not trying to lead the battle yourself. You understand it real well now, very much better than you have in the past, that the battle don't belong to you, it belongs to the Lord. So it's a lot of things you're just not doing. You are keeping your peace still. You holding that peace down while the Lord fight your battles. You understand me? That's resilience. Okay, so again, enjoy your rest of your day. Have a good day. Okay. You know, and you know, continue being a gem. Continue being a chosen person. You know, embellish in it. You know, stay humble, but embellish in it. You got motherfuckers who know who you are, collective. They know who you are. They know how God is nurturing you and how you nurturing yourself and others. They know how people look for you, collective. You removed yourself by the might of God away from a lot of things, collective, and you became a lot of people's karma when that happened. You understand me? You just deserve protection from them individuals. And now they got a lot of things that's after them, collective, that's deep. You understand me? You took back your energy, collective. You took back your energy, and that just gave you a gloss up, a glow up. You got a lot of ancestors right now. That's they on them. They after them, collective. They after them. They was mad. You knew who you was. You understand? They didn't want you to love who you are or who assigned you. You know, you in charge, collective. They didn't believe that shit stink. That's what I'm getting. They didn't believe it. You know, your healing is very important to you, collective. Very important in the rising sun as well. I'm hearing them say, and you are your ancestors' greatest gift. Okay, you are one of their greatest gifts, collective. Yeah, I'm gonna end with that. Okay, I'm gonna end with that. It's 10:57 where I am, collective. 10:57. I saw 10:56 when I first looked at the clock, and they said you take that one because that's that 111. That 5 and that 6 being an 11. So, and then that 1. So it's, yeah, they want me to close with that as well. I want to thank everybody for watching, and I want to thank everybody for being here. I'm going to go heat my coffee up and fix me a little sandwich and stuff and get the rest of my day going. I really appreciate everybody. Again, y'all pray my strength in the Lord. Y'all continue to heal out there, okay? And again, don't make no excuses for being in your still moment, collective. Do not be in that don't be in that energy where you are feeling a certain type of way for just wanting to be by yourself or wanting to be accepting being alone. You know, if it can't be a certain type of way, if it's going or it's gonna bring certain feelings of anxiety or depression or anything like that, not feeling enough or any kind of chaotic state or energy, get rid of that shit. Protect your peace. You know, peace over pride, collective. That's what I'm getting them say. Peace over pride. All right? You don't have to prove nothing to nobody. You don't owe anybody a reason for being you. You know, wanting to chill out, wanting to just have a quiet moment or wanting to not get yourself involved in certain things. Some people, they wanted you to change. And when you did, it fucked them up. It fucked them up, collective. They wanted you to change, said you'll never change. Said you always going to be a certain type of way, always being an easy target. That's what I just heard Spirit say. They thought you was always going to be an easy target. Trick no good. I love y'all so much. Y'all take care. Have a great day. Namaste.